Feel really good as we can coming into this, considering the circumstances. So, just feeding off last year, it's just a heck of a lot more of the same. And we feel really good. Got a good handle out on the ice, and we're expecting good things the rest of the week.
Amazing. This is why you curl. This is why we all started curling, to play in the Brier. So a little different this year, but we had a good chat before the game, just talking about how grateful we are to be here. And when something like this gets taken away and you're not too sure when it's going to happen, you appreciate it even more being here. And I think that's kind of the theme of this week is we're just grateful to be here, and we've got a great opportunity in front of us, and hopefully we can go all the way this year.
Thanks, guys.
A lot of the focus was what the ice is going to give us in the last half of the game. We expect close games for the rest of the way. So, there's always something to learn with every shot that's thrown. And, it was just trying to path out the entire sheet and get a feel for what it's going to look like the rest of the way.
Yeah, extremely impressed. Obviously with how well everything went at the Scotties, we knew that they're running a good ship here, and it's awesome. The setup's great. Played a couple events at Winsport before. It's phenomenal here, and the ice is amazing. So no complaints so far, and we get to eat in the restaurant together now, so that's nice too.
Yeah, we definitely put in a shift when it came to watching the Scotties. Being in isolation with these boys for 2 weeks, so to say we watched every single stone would be an understatement. It's I think early on we realized you got to create your own energy out here. Obviously, don't have the fans in the building, and it's about creating the energy amongst the 4 or 5 of you guys, 5 of you guys out on the sheet. So that's kind of the theme for this week. And the ice is absolutely perfect. Greg and the boys, they completely outdone themselves from what we've seen so far, and it's a great surface.
It's different. We know that there's a lot of people cheering us on. We kind of try to mentally prepared for this moment, and it's nice to see their faces in the crowd, even though there's not a lot of noise, but we know there's a lot of people back home cheering us on.
Yeah, for me, I actually didn't notice it as much as I thought I would. And part of that was, I think, first game, trying not to fall down and hurt ourselves, and the nervous legs, the nervous legs and everything that we had. Like, I felt pretty shaky because, the combination of nerves and then not practicing as much as we normally do coming in. So my focus was just on that. They certainly weren't that. And I think, to use a golf expression, there's no pictures on the scorecard, and there were some throws out there that were pretty gross.
Creative.
We got a lot out of every shot. I think we only had one shot where we didn't get anything out of, and that was a goal that we had coming into this game, and I thought we executed that very well. And we got some breaks too, which they had some rocks that ended up in really bad positions for them that could have been really good if they were just a couple inches here or there. So a bit of luck in there, but I'll take 91% any day this week.
We've been looking forward to this, well, since last year's Brier, I guess, but that was fun. And the lead up to this has been tough in terms of the isolation and stuff like that. So to get out there and play a competitive game, it felt exactly how I thought it would. There was no kind of easing into it or anything. We were just right back to it, so it felt really good.
And that was the first time we actually touched Jeff in a year. We gave him a handshake after the game, and that was the first time we've touched him. So
felt weird.
It did feel weird. We gotta wash our hands and sanitize right now, but
he's not that dirty.
Wow. I still haven't felt it, to be quite honest. Again, I made some shots. We all made some shots. I don't think none of us really felt, I think, real comfortable and confident out there yet. I think it's just a matter of we tried to make shots and get creative, and there were some odd throws out there. But I think as we get a couple games in, that'll come. I certainly think tomorrow is going to be a whole lot better than today as far as feeling those sea legs, but it felt there were some jittery legs, I think, and we both talked about it, and that's not uncommon. First game in a Brier, but then it gets exaggerated when you don't practice coming in. Well, it's important, and I'm sure they didn't either. They haven't practiced anywhere near as much as they normally do, and they had some throws very similar to ours. Some of our misses and some of our missed throws worked out a little bit better than theirs. So you know, is fortunate to get that win today. They're going to be a team that's going to be around near the end of the week. So to get that check mark on our side, we're pretty happy about it. You know, to be honest, I never bought into that a whole bunch. We're fortunate that we have the slams now leading up to January. So it's not like we're off the ice for a long period of time. I think if anything, when we came here the last couple of times, this Team Canada, we felt pretty fresh and pretty ready to go. So I don't think it's a big disadvantage. I know some teams do, but we've never experienced that or talked about it.
Yeah, you know, we've had a lot of practice coming in, so I think we were feeling pretty good coming in. It's a little sloppy game probably on both sides. So it's nice to get the win, but you know, we felt good coming in. You know, rest isn't going to be an excuse for us, but it is nice to finally play a game for the first time since November for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's been good. I mean, it's Curling Canada is doing an amazing job to make sure that we're all safe. You know, before we left, we had a meeting with Jeff about what was all going to be happening, and you know what he laid out seemed, you know, very thorough, and as long as everybody was doing what they were supposed to do, you know, there was a pretty good chance that they were going to pull this off. So. And then just isolating a bit before we got here. We had a really good week of practice in Calgary before we had to kind of shut it down before coming here. But no, it was good.
We definitely watched it all. I mean, we got lots of time on our hand these days, so it was nice to watch some curling. So I mean, we had a good handle on kind of what the actual event was like. I don't know that I didn't talk to any. But I think we had a good idea. You know, my sister played in it and some other people we knew. So I think which was good, is that all the curlers actually, Curling Canada's told us what's going to happen. So nothing's been a surprise really. And it's gone off without a hitch, and just we're happy to be here.
Well, I mean, any shot we make at this point is good. I mean, I was telling somebody this is the first curling game I've played since my club game in end of February last year. So I tell you, making some shots and it feels good. Definitely a confidence builder. C'est sûr, absolument que ça fait du bien. Honnêtement, on se dit toujours qu'on est les 6 joueurs de curling au Québec les plus chanceux. Là, fait que on est content de jouer, puis avoir une victoire, c'est sûr que ça nous aide, ça nous met sur le bon pied. C'est sûr que ça aide, on rencontre qu'on joue contre Gouchou demain, c'est sûr que ça aide de commencer avec une victoire.
Ben là, cette année, c'est une toute nouvelle expérience. Là, comme Mike il disait, moi, ça fait 2 ans que j'avais joué une game compétitive. La dernière game compétitive que j'avais jouée, c'était au Brier en 2019. Là, c'est la première fois que je joue avec les gars ce soir, première game que je joue avec les gars. Fait que c'est tout du nouveau. Là. Je ne peux pas dire que je suis dans mes pantoufles présentement. Là. Fait que je suis content.
Jusqu'à date, par contre.
Oui, c'est ça. À date, ça a été un bon match. Là. On a réussi à bien jouer et lancer les shots au bon moment. Là. Mais c'est sûr que c'est toute nouvelle expérience cette année. Là. Je ne peux pas dire je peux pas dire que je suis dans mes pantoufles actuellement.
Actually, I think it's the opposite. I think their performance, if anything, kind of inspires us a bit, you know, and especially the attitude they had, you know, to just go out and have fun and let it go, let it go. Can't hold it. I'll stop. But no, for sure, it was great to see Lottie doing well last week, and you know, we're pretty close with that team. So obviously, it was a boost for us, if anything, to see them play well.
Yeah.